Welcome, one and all, back to the ongoing adventures of Drew Wager in the infinite procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky. Welcome back, interlopers. Highly professional start to my stream as always, but it's all part of the ambience. You should know that by now. There we go. It's all good. It's all good. So welcome back to Thursdays, and cause whatever that means. I have still no idea, but I'm still working on it. Now, I've just worked out, I've been playing this game now for 17 hours. So that's what it said on the way in. So yeah, that's all right. I'm doing pretty well. Now, I have been busy. Lots of stuff's been going on. I have had, I can't resist a sneaky play in between the streams, I'm afraid. That's how good this game is. So I have been doing a few bits and pieces. So anybody who's visited my planet, in the interim, may have noticed a few changes because I have been doing a few bits and pieces. So, but yeah, so I am very much still a newbie, 17 hours in, but I'm definitely enjoying. I'm finding weird stuff to do. So anyway, lovely to see a few new folks on the stream tonight. So do make yourself known in the chat. I'll try and respond to the chat as much as I can. Sometimes it does go a little bit crazy, and I get distracted very easily, as you'll probably find out. And I do like to waffle on about things. So. If that's a problem, then you probably need to find yourself a slightly different stream. But we're all very friendly here. We like to just, stuff. We're generally all science fiction fans, and we like space games. So that's kind of the ambience. And here we are anyway. So I am here at my home base. So squirrel. I do like squirrel actually. I once had a battle of wits with a squirrel and I lost. But that's another story for another day. But anyway, right. So so here I am on Planet Reclamation, which actually, yes, I know I've got to do something with this egg. I know there's too many things to do. And that's before I get on to all the other things I've just discovered in the last few weeks. But anyway, so here I am on the Planet Reclamation. Now, this planet is, believe it or not, is still my starter system. Okay, I've done about 3 warp drive jumps, hyperspace jumps, and here I am still, in the same system where I started from, because I haven't exhausted all the things I need to do here before I go anywhere else. And I'm supposed to follow on this grand quest to go and find Artemis and Atlas and all these kind of things, and I'm still mucking about in my home system because there's too much to do, and I'm still kind of fine tuning things. But there we go. We're all very friendly unless your name is Maru. Justice for Maru, which is another story which we probably don't have time for here. So anyway, so here we go. So now I have been busy. Now, last week I had a rather run me down shack on my Planet of Hope upgrade. Now check this out. I have been busy. Dun, 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 dun. Look at this. I've got like a space base now with all sort of spacey stuff. So I got a bit carried away because I discovered how to make some glass, which was quite cool, and B, I managed to unlock these funky new designs. So rather than a kind of just a wooden shack on on the hillside, I've now got a proper base, with glass things and what appear to be some sort of science fiction-y consoles. Like I've made ladders and all sorts of things. I have unlocked, I think they're called blueprints if I remember right, blueprints and something else. So and I've made a landing pad for my ship. So look, everything all looks a bit funky. It does look a bit more spacey. I couldn't really help thinking that a wooden shack wasn't very spaceshipy. So here I am with this. So at this end of my, it's not a very big base yet. Give me a chance. But I'm inordinately pleased, and I get to say my No Man's Sky phrase. Look, I've done a thing, because I have in fact done a thing. I have a landing pad with my spaceship on it, which I think is awesomely cool. It's a slightly floating landing pad, yes, because it's sort of at this point it's sort of connected to the base and it's sort of floating. So I probably need to put some supports in at some point because it looks a little bit ungainly, but it doesn't seem to have sagged yet. So clearly it's doing some sort of anti-gravity technology. And then at the other end of my base, in fact, let me take you on a brief tour of the inside of my base, because I'm very stupidly pleased with how good this is. I've got a doorway which I haven't quite figured out how to open and close. These things seem to be flashing red, which I'm assuming means either busted or not broken or something. Maybe I need a switch. But anyway, and inside it, like I've got an inside, and I've still got some grass growing through the floor, which I do need to deal with. But I've got windows which I can look out of, and I've got a lovely view. Look at that. That's amazing. And then I've got some ladders up to another story. I've got some connecting doors. I've built a base. I mean, those of you who've been playing this game for a long time probably thinking, okay. But this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is Moonbase Alpha from Space 1999. So, and at the other end here, I've got the other, and I've put my look. And I unlocked a car. All right, I unlocked a car. So I now have, and I've just called it the Roadster. Because that's what it is. Not that there's any roads here, but anyway, that's and I've made, and I've even, I can customize it. I changed it to green, so I now have a green Roadster, which is just extremely cool as far as I'm concerned. So I've got a car at one end, and I have my spaceship parked at the other end, and I think that's pretty good. Now you can also, I mean, come with me. I can climb the ladder, and I've got this. I don't know what this is really for, but it looks incredibly cool. It's like a geodesic dome, okay, and there's some there's some water flowing around the edge because reasons, and it's got a nice view, so I can actually go high. Look, I can look out and I can look at the other dome. There's another dome across there. That's very cool. I can look up the hill. I made a gizmo here which hides the wires, which is quite good, and that's actually about it. Oh, apparently that's for growing vegetables. I can have, this is a greenhouse, is it? Some spaceships flying about there. So anyway, so that is my base at the moment. So I'm inordinately pleased about that. I have a space base, and I haven't got anything inside it yet, which I assume is something I can do. And I haven't figured out how to make the doors work, but I'm working on it. Now I did notice something else. Now this is another cool feature that I spotted. Okay, up on the hillside here, there's some things being left for me. Look, it says communication station. Now, if I wander up here, and I thought this was a really nice little touch. I don't know I'd never seen anything like this before. There's this thing. I thought I didn't leave that there. What's that? I just need to use my thruster. When I go up here, it says greetings for Alessia Verdi. I was like, cool, and it was placed by traveller Danny Fox. So whoever Danny Fox is, thank you very much. You can leave a thing which has some messages, okay? And then over here there was another one, and I was like, okay, so players from in the game can leave messages for each other. I'm assuming these are screened in some fashion. But if I go over here, this is quite cool. I get, hi Drew, greetings from Spain. I mean, how cool is that? So that was really rather nice. So it was like people leaving little messages for me on my planet, which is quite cool. So thank you to whoever left me some messages. That was very nice. So I don't know, do those things sort of stay there, or are they permanent? I can't really know. But I am inordinately pleased with my little base. Now I will continue to make it more sophisticated, but I now have a green spaceship and I now have a green car, so I'm a very, very happy chappy indeed. This is amazing. I assume any player who can find, that looks like there's another one over there actually. Communication station arrive in 8 hours. I might have to go and visit that one. I don't know. No, I can't help you with any of the technicalities. I don't know how you do it. But clearly you can manufacture a little, it's like a little floating anti-gravity pod. Look over there, you can see it on the edge of the hill, and you can leave messages for people, which I thought was quite nice. So now I've also been busy up here, and I haven't quite got this right yet. Now because apparently these domey things require a bit more power than my little wooden shack did. I've built a few more solar panels, so they seem to be doing the business. And my batteries will be fully charged in 7 minutes, I think that's saying. But I don't think yet I've got enough battery power to run the thing all night. So I need to keep an eye on that. And as you know, my little battery compartment is in the hillside here. Now this last week kept filling up with the train kept regenerating. It seems to have stopped doing that now. So this is my little bat cave in here. and I've now got 4 batteries. So I've made an extra battery, and they seem to be charging up reasonably well. Now I'm not sure if I've got enough capacity yet for the base to run all the way through the night time without running out of power. That's something I do want to investigate, but I have been doing a few other bits and pieces. So that's cool. And looks like there's a player ship there coming down to land, so that's good. Now the other thing, I went into space. Now I have been mucking about, and you guys won't be able to see this very easily, but obviously as a long-time player of Elite Dangerous, I do have a HOTAS, okay, which is a flash modern phrase for a joystick, all right? I don't know where that came from, HOTAS. I think it's an aviation term, but it stands for hands on throttle and stick. So I've got the throttly bit over here, but it's basically a joystick with a paddle, right? A T1600, and it's a T16000M. That is quite correct. Well done identifying it there, DA97. The reason I've got that is because I'm left-handed. Okay, it's one of the only flight sticks that allows you to operate it left-handed, because you can swap some of the things over to make it work for left-handed people. So that's the reason I've got that, and it's good. Now what I've managed to do, sort of, is get it to work with No Man's Sky. Now this was quite a big deal because I don't really like flying the spaceship with a mouse and a keyboard. So what I've done is I found a little piece of software called, I think it's called Key2Joy. And what it does is it maps the mouse, it intercepts the mouse and maps it to the joystick or something clever like that. And then basically your keyboard, your HOTAS can then be mapped to the mouse, so you can actually fly the ship, kind of, using the joystick, which actually is quite good, but it's a little bit tricky to use, so I'll show you that later on. And the other thing, yes, somebody's already spotted it. Look, I've got this little gadget here, which is a wire cloaking. So you know all those unsightly wires that I had trailing around? They've all been cloaked. They've disappeared. So it's a little gadget you can buy for your base, which basically hides all the wires, which is nice, which makes everything look a little bit more tidy, which is good. So that's good. And then the other thing that happened to me as I was testing out the HOTAS integration in the spaceship is I went into space and got jumped by some pirates. Or at least I flew near to a freighter and got a distress call, which I answered, and there were some pirates attacking this freighter, which I thought was quite a new thing. So I, being the good space citizen that I am, I wandered in and tried to defend the freighter from the space pirates, and then I got invited to board the freighter. And then the captain, slightly curiously, basically said, "Do you want this freighter? Because I kind of don't want it anymore." And I went, "Yeah, okay." So parked up there, I don't know if you can see that too clearly on the stream. Parked up there, I've got my own massive spaceship. I have no idea what to do with it yet, because that literally happened about half an hour before the stream. So I've got a spaceship too. So one thing this game does do at you is it absolutely chucks content at you. I mean, I was just thinking to myself, I'm 17 hours in, and I've got a funky green spaceship, which is what I was after. I've got my car now. I've got quite a cool space base. Okay, it's not very big, but it's quite cool. And now I've got, and quite nicely parked in low orbit, or literally just beyond the atmosphere as far as I can work out. I've got a freighter, and apparently it can do stuff. So we need to check that out. So kind of like, I've got so many things to do. I really ought to concentrate on this Atlas, this Artemis quest, because I haven't finished that. My first freighter battle. Now, the other thing I'm really pleased about, having played this, is that because there's the teleporter in the game, it does mean that I can get back to here. And a lot of people have said to me, "You did so well with your starter planet, because it's a paradise planet, and it's kind of got loads of cool stuff. And it looks nice, and it's non-hostile, because a lot of the planets I've been to are pretty weird. And I haven't really even explored this planet much, but it does look nice. And I do want to go and follow the quests and various stuff. But it's nice to know that I can get back here." And do stuff. So there's my base. I'm quite pleased about that. Now, a greenhouse. Does that mean I can get plants then from somewhere? So I'd like to know, because they're not in. Right now, okay. So here it goes. here goes the darkness. Now, how long is the day-night cycle? Can anybody tell me? Is it about 20 minutes of daylight and 20 minutes of darkness? Is that about right? Seems to be the same on most of the planets. So the sun is there's the sun. In fact, the sun is going to set behind my freighter in a minute. The challenge is to find a good freighter with a cool design in space. Well, this one had a I don't know. I haven't really seen many freighters. This one had a spinny thing at the front, which I thought was quite cool. And the freighter's a game changer once you work it out. So I need to work out. Now I do want to just show you this because this is kind of cool. Okay, so this is the view from my kind of from my balcony here. I just walk over here. There's my car. I'm inordinately pleased about having a car, though it looks like it's been parked badly. So let me just do that. You can sort of put it back. Look at that. That's such a cool looking car. About 15 minutes. Okay. So Rexler has constant storms for other players. Does it? Okay. So it's that's interesting. I think it makes your starter system nicer for you. I haven't had any bad weather here at all. In fact, I haven't really. There's only high altitude clouds. It always seems quite pleasant here. Okay, so I need to hire farmers and stuff. Okay, that's something I haven't done. So there goes the sun. It's sort of setting behind the freighter. I do just want to check out how much battery power I've got. So I'm just going to wander back up to my my bat cave and check that out because I kind of want to see, did my batteries fully charge with the amount of time that I had? Looks like they have actually. Okay, so they did fully charge. That's good. What I want to know is, will 4 batteries last the night? So I'm just going to wait till the sun goes down. So join me on my hillside here. I'm going to stand on my glass partition. There we go. And I'm just going to watch the sunset because why not? It's just very, very, very atmospheric. I think I do vaguely recall having the rainstorm once, but it's not. I'll go back and have a look at the batteries once they start discharging because it's quite good. The solar panels fold up when the sun's gone. So and this is just a really nice effect. I know there's criticism of it's not a realistic star system and all that kind of stuff, but damn, it looks good. The sun sets, and it sets quite quickly in a sort of nice way, so you haven't got to wait around a long time for it to set. You can actually sort of enjoy it at quite a decent speed. There goes the sun. We get a lovely sunset. The colours change. It all goes pastely. I'm enjoying this part of it. I must admit, I am totally hooked. I should have played this game a long, long time ago. It's so much better than I thought it was going to be. And I've just got a massive long list of things that I just want to try. And anyway, so there goes the sun. Okay, so now the stars will creep into the sky in a moment. Everything will look funky and spacey, kind of in the dark. There goes the sun. I mean, it's just lovely pastely shades. It really does look lovely. That's the thing that it's just nice. It's just nice to spend time here. That's what I like about it. There we go. So there's the stars. The sun's gone. Okay, so now my battery should now be discharging. Now this base is drawing some power, so let's go and have a look quickly at the batteries and see how long they're going to last. Because I don't think they should now be discharging. How long will they last? Okay, time until drained. Time until drained is going up. So I'm not quite sure what that means. So 97% is draining. That's not giving me a very reliable estimate. It's getting down by 1%. I don't know whether that's going to be. Maybe that's enough. Anyway, I'm not too worried about it because I can always add another battery in at some point in time. So that's my base. Okay, that's my base, and battery supplies and stuff like that. So Commander Taz 101, hello, and welcome to all the new people who are watching the stream. So it's always lovely to have you all along. So thank you very much for joining me. And Catspur is here. Hello, Catspur. Lovely to see you. Catspur, you must join Catspur's stream actually when she's on Twitch because she has the loveliest voice on the internet. Bar none. And I've listened to quite a few streamers. Catspur has the best voice on the entire internet. You will not regret watching her stream. Okay, go and check it out. Life support systems at 50%. I better do something about that, which I now know how to. I'm getting better at this. Technology, life support. Let's chuck some oxygen in there because there we go. Right. So I think we should go and check out the freighter. Okay, because the time interval range is a little bit bugged. Okay, so that's a problem now. Okay, so I've got a light there. The inside, I haven't got anything inside the base. I need to investigate that. But I'm curious as to what this freighter allows me to do. So anyway, back in the spaceship. Here we go. That's in the spaceship. If NMS ever incorporates a classic sports car into the game, we might lose. That's right. Well, the Roadster's pretty good actually. You can drift it and all sorts of stuff. It's quite good fun. Right, so let's take off and go to the freighter. Now this is where the HOTAS thing comes in. Okay, so I can now, I can fly the ship with the joystick. Now it's a bit. It reminds me actually of Elite Dangerous with the kind of flight assist off, because it's emulating the mouse. It's a bit sort of inertiary, I suppose, is the right thing. I've mapped the sort of boost button to one of the things on there. Now my freighter is parked in low orbit, and I don't know anything about the freighters, so it's kind of chucked this at me today. So I'm going to go and investigate it. So here is my freighter. And I don't know if this is a good design of freighter or not, but it looked okay to me. It's kind of got a freighter-y middle for storing stuff, and then it's got this sort of spinning disky thing at the front, which kind of looks anti-gravity-ish, and then kind of the bridge at the back. So it looked good enough for me. It looks kind of like a spaceship. Now I notice you can also customize this as well, and it just automated landing. So yeah, I haven't actually got a controller actually at the moment. So I've been playing it a bit with the HOTAS and I'm getting slowly used to it. Now I as you probably just noticed, I have named my capital ship Enterprise because I'm a massive Star Trek nerd as well. So I hope that's okay. And if it isn't, tough, because it's a big ship. What am I going to call it? So here we are aboard the Enterprise. Okay. To boldly go where no Drew has gone before. So anyway, I don't really know. This I went on board one before, and now this is kind of my ship. Okay, and I don't really know what the freighter's for. Now what I do know. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's this option, isn't it? Now this allows me to not catalogs. It's milestones. No. Discoveries. Which one is? Where's the actual thing with the logs? The actual. Here we go. These are the missions. So I've got Ghosts in the Machine. So this is the Artemis quest line. Then there's Atlas, which seems to kind of be from what I've seen so far, seems to be the baddie, the badness of the No Man's Sky universe. There's a strange space station. I've got to complete an object there. So it's what the game has done is effectively now given me 3 primary missions, which are really big, long, branching story things, and then I've got other stuff here to kind of do, which secondary missions. I've got 8 topics. What do I do? So I'm going to try, at least to start with. I may get sidetracked with things, but I'm going to keep trying. I think I should just complete this one actually. Let's go to, because I can go to the anomaly, can't I? And you've got a colossal amount of building space here. You can build most things you can build in the surface base. Okay. Okay, so Norris, the Atlas path is not the bad route. I was just thinking that Atlas itself as an entity seems to be malevolent, I suppose. Is that correct? Kobayashi Maru, that's quite a good name for a spaceship too. Mine's the Queen Anne's Revenge. Excellent. So you can sort of make the HOTAS work a bit like Elite, but it's not. It kind of doesn't work properly at the moment. So wouldn't it be nice actually if No Man's Sky had better support for HOTAS? I think it would be a fun game. At least allow me to customize it, but that seems to not be something that's on this. Now there is actually some No Man's Sky news coming, isn't there? Now I saw this in the week, but that slightly ironically, the next update to No Man's Sky is going to be called Frontiers, which did make me chuckle. And that's coming very soon. I don't know what very soon means in No Man's Sky speak. If that was the other frontier, that would be about 9 months away. But very soon in No Man's Sky, actually, he seems to imply very soon. So we've got more stuff. I mean, as if I needed more stuff. And there's a fair bit of speculation on what the new frontier might actually be about. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm just going to go back to the space anomaly and talk to Nada. So actually, that requires me to not be here, doesn't it? So let's get back on the Salome. Let's pop out. And we'll go to the space anomaly because I think I can just summon it here, can't I? I could do that too. Let's just get away from my freighter a little bit. And X. No, yep. Summon the space anomaly. Boom. There we go. Which is surely handy. You can actually summon the ship to you. So I'm going to try and fly in here with the HOTAS. There we go. Because it kind of works. It's not brilliant, but it's better than mouse for some things, at least for me. There we go. I do like this anomaly. This whole landing inside the thing is just total science fiction. Interesting enough, I watched a film the other night called, hang on, let me get this right, Valerian and the Thousand Planet something. Can't remember what the second part of the thing was. Which was a French film, which actually, I have to say, looked really like No Man's Sky. So it's worth watching from a perspective of cinematography and CGI. As a story, it was a bit of a letdown, to be fair, but it had potential, but as a visual, there we go. Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets, which I believe is actually based on a comic book series. I'd never heard of it, so I'm going to have to check that out. But where am I going? I need to go to Nada. Right, that's right. They were off on the left here, I think. One of these was Nada and one of them was Polo. I think that was Polo. So let's go to, there we are, Priest Anthony Nada. So yeah, so worth a watch for the spectacle, that film, definitely. It's about 2017. But in terms of the story, you kind of have to take your brain off the hook. Right, so what have you learned, Traveller? Well, I mentioned the portal. I need to bring news. Okay, so I tell Nada how we failed to understand Artemis' location. I explain their strange messages, Apollo and the portal glyphs. Nada pauses and their lights blink as they process the information. Artemis slips between worlds into the data fall. Our home lives in these spaces. These holes are small. Cracks between the iterations should not wide us. So there's definitely a sort of multiverse thing going on. Artemis entity still does not remember Nada. Don't think they did. This is a puzzle, a trap, or a tragedy. More puzzling. Okay, so Nada doesn't know who Apollo is. And the rampant crimson is a work of Atlas falsity. So Nada and co don't like Atlas. Atlas seems to be malevolent. Shadow Wyman says yes. It's with David Bowie music at the beginning. Yes, there was that. That was quite good. Yeah, so I in the first half an hour, I was like, do I really want to watch this? And then it kind of grabbed me and kept me going. But it was touch and go at the beginning. But yeah, the first bit was good. Nada's a bit of a whiner. Traveller may seek. Okay, so right. So the rampant crimson is the work of Atlas. Other Korvax say he's a deity. Nada knows better. The Atlas false entity hunts Nada. Okay, so Nada and Atlas have got some history. Traveller may seek them out and draw them away. Okay, so I've got some nanites for doing that. Okay, so I've kind of completed that little bit of the mission, I think, for now. Let's have a look. I need to speak to Polo as well. Okay, so let's speak to Polo to finish that bit off. Where are they? Polo's over here, aren't they? There we go. Specialist Polo. I can't take Polo seriously. I keep thinking Volkswagen, which I mustn't. Right. Boundaries are strange things, traveller friend. Most things stay where they belong. Other things are home. Atlas and now Artemis friend slip between. Curious. Okay. Ask about portals. Just devices, traveller friend, to be understood, copied and advanced is all we can do with this universe. Yes, okay. Since about black holes there. Ask for Atlas station coordinates. Ask for black hole. A black hole sounds exciting. Are there black holes in No Man's Sky? He's a specialist. You have to take him seriously. Okay. Of course, friend. A whole galaxy for you, just for you. You must see it all. Okay. He hasn't given me anything, has he? Ask for Atlas station coordinates. I will do it, friend. But please be careful. We would hate to see you leave us. Okay, so everybody's warning me about Atlas. So, search for Artemis and the mysterious Apollo, right? Yeah. Purchase technology, people at the base parts. Been doing that. I think missions for other travellers. Okay, so maybe it will do things. So this one's Apollo the Adventure and the Atlas Path. Look for the interfaces on the galaxy map. Okay, so they're kind of all connected. They're overlapping these missions, which is quite good. Yeah, so I am looking forward to June. I have to say, June is going to be very, very cool. At least I'm fingers crossed it's going to be really, really cool. That's October, isn't it? I think. Now I'm a big fan of the original book and actually the old movie. Do you remember the one with Sting in it? I think that was the early 80s. That was cool. Okay, so I need to do something with this egg as well, but that's kind of another thing that I haven't done at the moment. Right, so we've taken. I quite fancy seeing a black hole. Although presumably a black hole, it might be a portal for moving into another universe, which I'm not getting to grips with this universe yet, let alone anything else. The David Lynch one, yeah. So that's quite old school. Right, so okay, hang on a minute. It's basically saying locate and activate a hollow terminus. Locate a hollow terminus by using C to scan your surroundings. So something terrible has happened to Artemis. The signal cut off. Before they went, I managed to transmit the frequency of some named Apollo. I don't know if this stranger will prove friend or foe. No, we don't. Okay, so Nada and Polo promised to help me as I search for clues to my haunting crimson visions. They have marked an Atlas interface for me on my map, but they're worried about what I might find. And there's a strange space station in the system. Now that we've been doing. Okay, so we kind of, sounds like then we kind of just need to wander around a bit and see what appears. So let's go and see if we can find one of these things. What was it again? It was it was a, no, not that. Sorry, it's there. There we go. A hollow terminus, which looks like it's a planet-side thing. So, there we go. Okay, so it's updated itself. Ghost in the machine. Contact Apollo from a hollow terminus. Use C to scan for one. Frequency Apollo is the final transmission from Artemis. Okay, so that's kind of what we got to do there. Apollo's good for helping with your base. Okay, thank you for the subscribe there, Nick, much appreciated. And anybody who's following, I don't have one of those funky notifications on my screen because A, I've forgotten how to do it, and B, it was it was a bit distracting. So if you are following, thank you very much. I do appreciate the follows. It's really, really nice. This is a very informal stream, by the way. Whoa, what's happening here? Lots of things are teleporting in and out of my... Wow. Okay, lots of ships have arrived. Well, I do, again, another thing I do like about this game is lots of stuff is happening all the time. Oh, is that the phone booth with the interminable stairs? So that's... Okay. I have seen one of those, haven't I? So... Is this planet... Okay, that's a foggy planet. I don't think I've been there. Let's go to the foggy planet because... No, I want to go there. Just jumping off. There we go. Right, let me tab that. Otherwise otherwise the stream bitrate goes horrible. The phone booth with the interminable stairs. Okay, so I did know where one of those was, but I've forgotten where it was, so I'll have to go and find another one. But the game, what's quite nice about this is whilst oh hello, nearby object of interest. Oh, incoming message trade frequency. It's another ship. Okay, starship communicator. Interloper. Something. Still don't know enough. Pilot chatters away. Cut off from normal conversation. Okay, so it's just a trader who's turned up. Sell. Don't think I want to sell anything really. Has he got anything interesting? Decrypted user data? Not really. It's just a trader. Never mind. I like that. The little things like that are quite neat. I mean, they're not doing much for me, but let's go to this planet. There we go. iBush 55L1. Haven't been there before. Blast him! There we go. Sorry, yes, I keep forgetting to fire up the strip. Yeah, that did look a bit Serenity, actually, isn't it? So there are some quite nice ship designs in here. I don't know. Are there any bigger ships? Because most of the ships, I've assumed because they have to go inside the space station, can only be a certain size. They all seem to be quite small. Is that just a general thing in No Man's Sky? I imagine it is. Now, the thing that I really need is lots of nanites. That's the thing that I seem to be lowest on. I want to go to that planet actually, because a foggy planet sounds interesting. I don't think I've been to a foggy planet before. Let's see what a foggy planet is like. It's probably foggy. There we go. So we're getting closer now. Let's point the nose down a bit. So the good thing, I mean, there's quite a lot of RNG in the game, obviously, being a procedurally generated game, and there is what I suppose you can call. Oh, hello, hostile subspace scan field. Looks like I just got in. Well, this place has got enormous mountains. Look at those. Ugh. Okay, so this is. I don't think I've been here before. I don't recall this planet. I haven't even. This is like I say. I haven't explored all the places even in my own star system. I need a flattish area to land. Look at these mountains. These are enormous. So yeah. So there is, I suppose, what you'd call a bit of grind. But what's one thing I've noticed is the grind, if that's what we're going to call it, which almost in No Man's Sky, I think it's almost unfair to call it grind because it's only I mean, to quote the guy on the internet with the film reviews, it's barely an inconvenience. Because you only usually have to go through 2 or 3 steps to get the thing that you want. Either you have to get a blueprint to figure out how to make it, and then you need 2 or 3 elements at most, and maybe a bit of refining to get the thing. So I was able to build a base and all the other bits and pieces that go with it pretty straightforwardly. Okay. Now I don't know if that's been adjusted over the years. Okay. Let's see if we can land. Is that landable? Sort of flattish. Okay, this is too high. There we go. Initiating now. This is a weird planet. Okay. Let's see if there are any. Okay, so it's raining. Oh, that's the first time it's rained on me for a while. And the lighting is really weird. Look, my green spaceship doesn't even look green. So let's see if we can find. Okay, hollow terminus detected. Surprise, surprise. How far away is it? 23 hours. I'm not walking that far. Back in the ship. Oop, tree. Clunk. Don't fly through the trees. So, yes, I suppose there is a grind in the sense of, you have to go and get things to craft other things to make things. But it's not like, I can make really worthwhile progress in a short amount of time. And it doesn't feel like a grind. You say, okay, I want to build a thing, then I'm going to need a few more of those things over there, etc., etc., etc. It doesn't take me very long to do it, and I can usually get the bits I need within the system I'm in. So, it's a pleasant form of exchanging a bit of my time for. There we go. I think I can put the hyperspace thing out there. This works quite well because it takes into account the fact that I've got to go round the planet, which is quite nice. Right, there we go. So it's very well measured, and maybe it wasn't like this when the game started, and if not, I can understand why it's been improved. But it's I never feel as much of a chore, because there's a payback for each stage. You get a bit of fun. You see your base extend. Hello. Where's the hollow? There's a C. Okay, so I've got to search around here. Let's land the ship on the edge of a lake, because why not? The game chucks content at me really fast. I mean, like I said, I've got a freighter, and I've got a base, and I've got a car, and I've got a spaceship. Already. Okay, so where do I go? Is it underwater, perhaps? It's a steaming lake. Mission objective is nearby. Oh, okay, so it's a target sweep from the analysis visor. Okay, so it's over there somewhere. Okay. Let's wander in this direction. And the plants that glow in the dark, and there's just lots of nice things. Okay, let's just get ourselves up here. Maybe we'll be able to see it. And plants, I love these. This is very. Oh, there it is. There, look. Okay, kind of nestled under. And there's some critters as well. Actually, let's scan these plants because we need to go to. Analysis, right, there we go. I love the fact you can scan everything. This is such a cool thing. I mean, even though, like I said before, even though it's kind of, you're not, it's not kind of real science, obviously, but it's nice. So so is No Man's Sky too easy? Well, it's not letting the grind get in the way of fun. So that's certainly. It's certainly more casual gamer friendly. Now, I definitely call myself a casual gamer because I only play a few hours of these games a week. I just don't have the time because A, I've got a full-time job, and B, I do lots of other things. Oh yeah, it's the Staircase of Doom, isn't it? Okay, so let's try that. There were some walking things about. Where did they go? They walked off. I was going to scan them. Can't see where they went. Oh, there they are, up on the hill. Come back here. You need to be scanned. But it's it's rewarding doing the things, and it's just much more rewarding to play in that sense because you get a payback. Look at that! Really want to walk through that. Anyway, there we go. Can I? Doesn't matter. There we go. Up we go. Why hasn't it got an elevator in the whenever this is? I think it's just there to keep you fit, isn't it? Got a full-time job, a new elite novel. No, alas, I fear I may have long written my last elite novel. Frontage is not interested in that sort of lore stuff, narrative stuff anymore, which is a bit of a shame, but time has moved on, my friends. Time has moved on. I am working on my own space opera, slowly and surely, but I'm trying to get all my other projects off the table. Right, tune to Apollo. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so that thing flops out, that spins around, and presumably this is Apollo. It is. The transmission is silent. The stranger just stares at them. Okay, I'm going to stare back at them. Identify yourself or end this call. Say you're a friend of Artemis. I am a friend of Artemis, I think. No, you're not. Well, I am. Call yourself... Okay, so Apollo is quite stroppy. Why are you contacting me anyway? Is Artemis behind this? I haven't changed my mind. I don't care about their weird dreams. I'll meet if I'm paid to meet. Even this conversation is a waste. Artemis is in trouble, exactly. They appear uncomfortable at the news. Okay. Send me your data logs, let me see this for myself. Okay, you can see that. Okay, these noises, they sound just like the echoes of Sentinel events. You've seen them before, of course. Drones that appear from nowhere if you interfere with their precious planets. But this data is distorted, inverted. There's a lot to gain if we figure out how the Sentinels appear so quickly, and the portals, perhaps they're the key. Maybe. So what do you say? Do you want to work together on this? Be partners? Go on then. If you're going to work with me, we need to expand your base of operations. Aha! I'll send you a contact of mine. They'll be able to supply you with what you need. Just remember to be polite. Okay. Apollo's head turns to the side ever so slightly as if sighing, saddened. Or perhaps it was nothing, a ghost in the machine. Well, you mentioned it, so I'm assuming it wasn't nothing, because... right, okay, so Apollo's contact is outside the local system, so I don't need to walk over there. So we will do that in a bit. Okay, so that's Apollo. We need to go on the quest. Now I want to go back and I want to check out my there's a base thing over here as well. Let's go see if there's anything to pinch. The mercenary with a heart. Is that what he is? Okay, so this is kind of empty. Nothing really worth having in there. They've got working doors there. That's something I haven't figured out. Is there anything at this side? Extract nanites. Yee! Oh, we got a few nanites. It's worth having, I suppose. Okay, nothing else really there. Is that a thing? I haven't seen one of those before. What's that? Call starship. Navigational data required. Well, my starship should just be over. Which way did that come in? In fact, where is my starship? It's over there. Why is it up there? No, it's down there. Yeah, I was going to say. My starship is not very far away. That's weird. Apollo parodies the players obsessed with their base and their farm. Okay. I like the way those plants light up as I go near them. That's quite cool. How goes the Doom Dark's Revenge second draft? I haven't made any more progress on it in the last couple of weeks because I've been concentrating on finishing my audiobook, which I'm getting close to finishing now, which is Shadewood 4. So I've got 2 projects on the go at the moment. One of which is Doom Dark's Revenge, which is the sequel to Lords of Midnight, which is in a late second draft stage. Okay, that's getting along quite well, and also the last part of my Shadewood's sci-fi fantasy saga, which is audiobook, which I'm finishing preparing. So that is currently works in progress. I'm going to get Shadewood 4 finished completely and send it off to the publishers so they can do their stuff for Audible, and then I'm going to finish Doom Darks and get that sent off to the editors, and then I can embark on my space opera project, which is the next project I'm working on. So there we go. So Artemis parodies the players who wanted to meet each other in game before the multiplayer. Okay, so it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Hang on, there's stuffs over there. Let's have a look at that. A microprocessor. Projectile ammunition. Now I haven't really played around with guns and stuff. I haven't really encountered much on the planet that needs me to do anything with. Oh, hang on. There's a word thing as well. I need those. I'm still trying to learn this Vakeen language at the moment. These things are quite cool. They sort of light up and they they teach you one word at a time, which doesn't seem to be very efficient, but that's obviously the way it works. I've learnt the Vakeen word for with. Excellent. There we go. There's a bit of a gloomy... I don't like this place very much. It's very gloomy. I want to go somewhere nice and sunny. So many projects. Sure, not a filmmaker. No, so I've got. I always have too many projects on the go. So I do streaming because I like it, and I do YouTube because I quite enjoy that too. I do audiobooks because, to be honest, nowadays the demand for audiobooks is incredibly high. So because I've got the ability to produce my own audiobooks of my own work, it's a bit of a no-brainer for me because actually nowadays, believe it or not, particularly over the demographic that reads my stuff. So, and interesting enough, the demographic that reads my stuff starts at about the age of 15 and goes on to about the age of 80, but peaks in people who are 30 to 40. So a little bit younger than me, but not that much. What I've noticed over the last few years is that the number of people buying paperbacks is dropping off quite fast, slowly and surely over the years. Ebooks are pretty constant, but audiobooks, boom, like a big pointy upwards graph. Everybody wants everything on Audible now, or in audiobook MP3 format or something like that. They can listen on the move, which I suppose kind of makes sense because time is precious and all that kind of good stuff. But I must admit, I've been quite surprised by the amount of demand there is for things in Audible. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything I do is available in all of the formats. So the paperbacks rule that I must admit, being old school, I prefer paperbacks. So that's good. Right, so let's go check out my freighter because what can the freighter do? I need to know. An awful lot of people prefer an old-fashioned book, but isn't. What's interesting is that isn't borne out by sales. I just isn't. Ebooks outsell paperbacks, audiobooks outsell ebooks. It's just the way it is. I'd make sure all my books are available in all the formats, but that's just an observation from the sales, literally. Books have become unwieldy, but they endure an EMP. So, come the apocalypse, yes, we'll still have paperback books. So Duchess Lysium says, I spend too much long looking at a screen, I want a hardcover book. I think a lot of people listen to audiobooks when they're kind of on the move or doing something else though. So if you're on a commute or you're in a kitchen cooking something and you want to listen to I think that's a good way to consume that sort of content. It seems to work for a lot of people. Object of interest detected. Okay, hang on, there we go. Just want to note around. I need that to refuel. I still love the way I can shoot through rocks. I don't see an object of interest though. So, where's my freighter? There it is. Is that my freighter? Your capital ship. That sounds cool, doesn't it? So Chris says, with lockdown so on, I've listened to a lot of audiobooks over the last year. You see, that's I think as a part of it as well. It's in some ways it's less time consuming. Now what's nice for me is creating my own audiobooks is I can narrate them in the way that I intend them to be, if that makes sense. So you're not getting somebody else's interpretation. Now I do want to change the colour of my capital ship because it's red, which is wrong. I want a green spaceship. Those are locked. I have to get some nanites to unlock them apparently. So that's a thing. A lot of spaceships hanging around here today. So there we go. It's docking me, which is cool. 43 hours of Lord of the Rings unabridged on CD for times I have to drive to see my... Yes. So there you go. So actually my audiobooks, I've got 4 of them. Well, there's Elite Reclamation as well, which is obviously my Elite Dangerous novel. That's about 20 hours long. So, and the other 4 will be about 20 hours each. So that's going to be 100 hours of me, or my content, shall I say, on Audible, which is a start. So other people can dock on my freighter as well, which is quite nice. Okay, so right, so let's have a look around my freighter, see what's here. Recolouring capital ship seems a little bugged. I like the way that other ships can come and go on aboard my ship, which is quite cool. Now, which? Okay, so there's the stairs up. All right, let's go up here. I'm quite intrigued as to what I can actually do on this ship. So, okay, we up. So that's Apollo's gun. So presumably that's the back to the docking bay, but basically on the other side, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's where that goes. This goes up towards the bridge, I'm guessing, through the doors. Elevator locky. Okay, so now I've got straight ahead is the bridge, and I've got left and right. So where do these spaces go? There's a big interior space here. Oh, this sort of looks like it doubles around. So what's all this is like a. Okay, so there's a big empty. Oh, this is a space where people were creating things before. So is this an area for me to customize? Welcome to your mobile base. You can use this interior to construct all kinds. Ah, okay, so I can build stuff in here. Okay, so what can I? Oh, freighter parts. Okay, so I can build. Oh, I can build some of the other bits and pieces. So I can build a teleporter. I haven't unlocked some of these. A portable refiner and okay, so I can build some of those bits and pieces, but I can also. How much do these things cost? Okay, so silver and tritium. So I can actually build a large freighter room if I wanted to. What else have we got here? Corridors. Okay, so a fleet command. Ooh. Okay, so I need to investigate that a bit. Okay, so I can build stuff inside my ship. 12 floors is such a massive amount of space. There is a lot of space inside the ship, which seems to have been given to me kind of free of charge, which is jolly nice of the game, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting to have a ship of my own like this. Okay, so this is the bridge. There's a console down there. There's the captain, or admiral actually, I think he was. Admiral, and look, I can actually see out of the forward part of my ship. There's the view. So this is the admiral. Admiral Kaz seems to be in charge. He gave me the ship, which was quite nice. Greetings, interloper. Nothing to dinny. Okay, so he's pretty chilled. The ship's former owner has visibly relaxed. They seem to revel in their unworried return to pure freighter captaincy, to the simple life of engines, route plotting, and cargo. Okay, I'm heartened that the sale has not prompted them to immediately flee the vessel. Transfer items from ship to freighter. Because that's so I've just got lots of storage space, so that might not be a bad thing to just clear out my ship a little bit at the moment. Brilliant. Okay, so I've got lots of storage space, which is quite handy. So you can build the corridors, not just the whole areas. Okay, you can deconstruct the existing rooms to get materials to reshape it. Okay, wow. The fleet command is for debriefing your fleet. So I can have a fleet as well. So can this freighter go somewhere? I mean, I was able to summon it into orbit around the ship. And you can send frigates on missions. Okay. So is that down here somewhere? Freighter warp map. Okay, so that allows me to. Okay, so that's where we. Ooh, what's going on? I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to leave that. So that looks similar to the warp drive that my ship had. Okay, so who's this guy? Navigator, plan and dispatch expeditions. Gra, interloper. Captain. Our ship lacks a fleet command room. Haha! We can't possibly dispatch expeditions in this state. So what were you doing before then? Okay, so I need a fleet command room before we can do anything with the freighter, which was one of the options I had building, I think. Okay, so upgrade and control center. I think this is where I wanted to. Yeah, okay. So that just allows me to customize. I don't think there's anything else in here. Well, there's a guy up there. What does he do? If anything, let's have a look. Warrior. He's part of the crew. Okay. Okay, so he's sort of waiting for something. It needs specialised fuel. I figured it probably needed something. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else. Some other guys down there. What do they do? Are they crew? Yeah, they're just crew. Okay. Okay, so yeah, they're the same. They're kind of waiting for me to do something, I'm guessing. That's the captain. So this is kind of the bridge, which is another way you can see ships coming and going while you're in the bridge. It's like the ship's got a bridge. Unlike certain space games, I can mention. And I can, yeah. Oh, you can't actually sit down in these chairs, but you can spin them around. Excellent. Because why not? He's fingering his multi-tool. Yeah, I think we'll leave the bridge while he's fingering his multi-tool. So hang on. So I've got to build a fleet command terminal. Okay. So somebody said I can remodel. So how much of this is user generated? Presumably I left. Okay, so this whole area I can zap. So is it? How much of it can I remove? In fact, this whole section is removable, so I can model it the way I want. So presumably that isn't. No, this whole section. Okay, so it just disappeared. Okay. So presumably I want to put a corridor back in there. Oops. What was there before? A large freighter room. There we go. Put a large freighter room back. Okay, so. Okay. So that's. Okay, you can change everything other than the bridge and the corridor to the hangar. You can remove all of it. You deleted the whole way out. Oops. But yeah, I've got to be careful not to lock myself into a. Okay, so there's a narrow corridor. Okay, so this is all internal space, presumably. So, if I try and put a freighter corridor there, what does it rotate? It doesn't come like that. Okay. So I can't delete that bit. So what happens if I delete? What's that? Oh. Cannot build object. So I can't delete that. My inventory's full. Okay, so that was the corridor again. Deleted it. Don't want to do that. Okay, so this. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Used to be bugs related to building outside the external wall. Falling out of the ship into space. My fleet command room is next to the bridge. I was going to say, that sounds like a jolly useful thing to have not far away from the bridge. Now, where is the bridge? So, presumably I can build it just here, can I? So, where's the fleet command room? It was there. So, can I build it? I've got all the stuff. Is that saying yes or no? Cannot build in valid position. Okay. Where can I put it? There. Okay. Oh, boom. There we go. Okay. So new guide entry unlocked. So literally there. So if I go in here, I've now got a fleet command room with a bed. At least I assume that's a bed. And a chair. And a fleet command station. Okay. Calibrating command post to new master signature. Success. Master profile indicates one support frigate available. Okay, profile indicates no frigate fuel blueprints available. Download, guess so. Crimson Room, thank you very much for the description there, appreciate that. Good to see you. Right, okay, so I've learnt how to do some frigate fuel. Okay, so manage expedition. So presumably I've got no expedition assigned, fleet command standing by. Presumably I go back to that guy on the bridge. Looks like I'm going to need some fuel though. Okay, so let's just see what this guy has got. Grah! Interloper, indeed. There is fresh glory available for the fleet. We haven't got a fleet. Prepare for triumph. Okay. What's he suggesting we do then? Okay. Current expeditions. Alright. Securing Kevlin. Difficulty rating. Combat patrol. Must hire the frigates first to have a small fleet. Okay, so these are things that the freighter can kind of do as well. Okay. But how do I get a frigate? Let me have a look in the okay, freighter command. Assemble fleet, right. Construct a fleet command, plot an expedition. Navigator plans expeditions for your fleet. Visit a navigator on the freighter bridge to see. Okay, so find and purchase frigates to add them to the fleet. Expeditions are highly lucrative. Okay. Fly around a fleet. You can approach frigates with icons in your ship and hire them. Okay, let's see if we can. Presumably, I need one of those before we can go on an expedition. Let's just. What does it do if I try and join up with an expedition? Yeah. Okay. Now these are quite long. So 2 hours and 34 minutes. Does that mean is that in-game time? I.e., I need to be logged in to play that long, or okay, the freighter should come with some frigates. You have one right now. You can manage it from the bridge. Oh, okay. So, question for the chat then: are those if I have to log out before the mission is over? So I do not need to be in game. Okay, so it's real world, right? Okay, that's quite nice. Okay, and let's see if I can. So, where do I manage these frigates from? Okay, send a support frigate out on expedition. Okay. I can't see any other terminals. Was that around the other side? Is this one? Manage fleet. Aha! Okay, so we have an interstellar frigate available as a combat frigate. Oh, that's a bit homeworldy. I don't want to dismiss it. Well, I think we better call. We need to call that. What should we call that one? What's the lady in Homeworld who's integrated into the Karen Sajet? Let's call it Sajet because space reasons. There we go. That's the Sajet interstellar frigate because it kind of reminds me of Homeworld. Okay, so it's actually quite good. It's a combat specialist. It needs 11 tons of fuel to go somewhere. Okay, so does it figure that out itself, or do I need to go and get the fuel? Okay, so one of those missions was a combat mission. So let's try that, see what happens. Securing, okay, it's a combat patrol. Assign ship to expedition. We've got that ship assigned. Okay. Crew mode hungry. I didn't see that. Where was that? Launch expedition. So it's on the mission. Okay, so we can. I've just sent that ship on a mission. It's off doing something on my behalf, I'm guessing. NMS can be extremely Chris Foss. That's very Foss, it is. Okay, so I can manage the fleet. So let's have a look at that again. So the Sujet's on the mission. Okay, so there we go. Captain, Brigadier Zaxios, crew mood is hungry, notes friendly supercomputer installed. I guess well, there you go. It's doing a thing. So we'll come back presumably at the end, towards the end of the stream, and figure out what it did. It'll need lots of repairs. Try to get at least 1 star above the required to avoid damage. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. So there's things to learn there. What other cool stuff? Okay, so we added the fleet command room. So presumably I can now go. Oh, this is now updated with what's going on. Presumably, fleet command online. Calibrating to Fleet Commander Zaxos of the Sajet. Speak with the commander. Ooh. How goes things? Greetings, interloper, Captain. The expedition has covered 200 light years, and I estimate our plotted route will take a further 58 minutes 35 seconds. All systems are nominal. Spec ships. Okay, so that's kind of the same thing again, isn't it? Okay. Kind of cool though. You kind of like, I've got a space fleet already. Better build. Okay, we'll need lots of better build a nice fleet first. Well, we'll see how they do. Okay, so okay, so many things. I think what would be good to have a portal. Actually, let's build a portal. I'm going to put a portal there. I think because why not? Portals are jolly handy things to have. I need some metal plating. That means I need some magnetized. No, I've got magnetized stuff, but have I got craft product? I haven't got any ferrite dust. The most common substance in the universe. Okay, you probably just lost your frigate. Don't send 1-star fleets on 2-star missions. Okay, right, over then. He didn't kind of. Yeah, I suppose he didn't warn me of that. I suppose that I should have inferred that really, but we'll find out. We'll find out what happens to it, shall we? Maybe I'll need to go and. Can I ask it to come back? Calibrating fleet commander. That goes the mission. Okay, so he's off on his mission. So I'll leave him to it. I guess he knows what he's doing. So you can go to the frigate. That'll be fine. It builds character. Okay, so the freighter is for running kind of big space missions independent of you, which is quite nice. If it makes it back, you might need to repair it. Okay, once you sent it, you can't summon it back. Okay, so that's better in mind. I can't build a. See what I would like on the ship. Can I build one of those trade terminals? That would be a jolly useful thing to have. Is that something that's base salvage? I may not have unlocked the blueprint for it, of course. No, it doesn't look like I've got it. A teleport would be jolly handy, because at the moment I'm going to have to go back down to the planet in order to get some of that 200 units of stuff to build some metal plating so I can build a teleport. C-class frigates only cost $1 million or so. Actually, well, let's go outside and see if there's any frigates hanging about. Somebody suggested there might be. Let's go and have a look. We'll tour around in our spaceship. Oh, the way those docking bay doors open. That's very sci-fi. Okay, so that's freighter command. Okay, there's one in progress. Is that what that icon's pointing at? That's not what I meant. You can build a trade terminal, but not the blueprint. Okay, yeah, no, I need to. You can build, but I'll need the blueprint. Okay, so I'm going to have to. I didn't mean to do that. Let's just go back out here. So, are there any freighters kicking about outside? I suppose is the question. Let's have a quick look around. Okay, so there's my freighter, which is hovering above my planet. Yeah. Are there any other ships? People are building bases on my planet, I noticed, which is quite funny. So there doesn't seem to be anything else traffic-wise here at the moment. So, okay, fly towards fleets. I don't see any at the moment. Maybe I'm too low. That's the anomaly which I summoned. Let's go. Let's head towards the space station then. Let's see if there's any. The fleets seem to come and go for they're hyperspace in, they're hyperspace out, and jump and do stuff. So I'm not quite sure how that works either. Rare deep space object. Ooh, hello. What is that? It's like a eye thing. Asteroid larvae. Okay. Yeah. What do I do with that? If anything. Can I scan it? It looks like it could potentially be dangerous. So, I was going to say run away. Is that the asteroid? Let's just identify. It doesn't say I can interact with it anyway. It's very, very large. So let's just fly around the side here a little bit. Let's call it. There's some space stuff. Okay, so what is it? It's just sort of. Is that just a thing in space? Nope, nope, nope. Destroy. I don't want to shoot it. It's alive. You probably look pretty icky to the larvae, yeah. I suppose I probably do. Well, it doesn't seem to be attacking me. Yeah, the temptation is to shoot it. It does look a bit Sauron, doesn't it, that eye? Let's go a bit closer. See if it's hostile. It just seems to be sitting there. It's kind of one of those things. I think actually I shouldn't really probably be close to it because it's probably dangerous. So it looks dangerous. It doesn't. It just seems to sort of be hanging around in the asteroid field. Space Sauron. Yeah. Let's just shoot that asteroid out of the way. Okay. I don't think it's going to interact with me any more than that. It's quite cool though, isn't it? Shard cannon. Yeah, it's quite spooky. Okay, so we'll leave the asteroid lava. Presuming that's going to turn into something big. Are there any other spaceships about? There's another icon there which I don't recognise. Or is that just a space larvae? Okay. Let's head back towards the space station because that's more likely, I think, where some frigates and things are likely to be hanging out. To the wiki, yeah, I don't. Wilf, I haven't seen. Now I've run out of fuel. Pulse engine, tritium. Go. We go. Make sure we switch that on, otherwise the stream collapses. Is that how asteroids form? I don't know. I mean, presumably an asteroid lava turns into something else. I assume it doesn't turn into an asteroid. That doesn't make sense, does it? Maybe it turns into a big butterfly. I don't know. So yeah. So there we are. Right. So are there any ships about? There's something over here. That's somebody else's base. Don't seem to be any vessels about. There were some before, whether they've sort of flown off and things. That's the space station. Don't see any vessels at all. Maybe the asteroids are just poop. Yeah, asteroid chrysalis. That'd be weird. Asteroid butterfly. Maybe that's the thing. Who knows? Okay, so there are no ships here at all. Warp into another system might help. Have I got a warp cell? However, I don't think. I think my hyperdrive. I haven't got one. Can I buy one of those from the space station? So I need to craft a warp cell. I haven't got the antimatter. All the housing. Need ferrite dust. Got most of the other bits and pieces. Okay. So I'm going to have to go and craft some antimatter to do that. Okay, so hang on, my
Fleet arrives in the Kenyakitin system and is beginning its survey. Okay, so the freighter is doing some stuff. Let's go to the space station while we're here, just see if they never know, they might have some antimatter on board. You never know. That would seem a very obvious thing. That okay, the purple rectangle. No, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, the purple rectangle is. Yeah, actually, warp fuel to me would be something that it would be sensible to have. You know, available for sale at a starbase. But I've got a feeling it isn't. Although I can warp back, of course, to my planet, which would be quite. Let's just have a quick look. Is there any antimatter available here? Life support gel, unstable plasma, cobalt oxygen, quantum computers. So no, you can't buy hyperspace fuel from the space station, which I think is the sort of thing that you kind of ought to, really. But anyway, no. So it would seem. But I can just warp. Okay, so somebody said, okay, the purple rectangle in your scanner is a is freighter. They will leave frigates for sale around them. Okay, so wasn't that my freighter though? Let's have a quick look outside again. Okay, so the purple. There's the purple thing. That's that one. No, that's the anomaly, isn't it? That's where my freighter is. You can't buy fuel. Okay, let's go back over there. For a moment. Let's find the freighter. Yours doesn't appear as purple. Okay. Okay, so in that case, that's my capital ship. So it's one of those. Is that another freighter then there? Are they kind of on top of each other? Okay. Can be worth talking to the other pilots down the flight deck. Sometimes they will sell stuff the station doesn't. Okay, yeah, no, I did encounter that. I've got a few bits and pieces every so often that's useful there. That definitely saves the stream, doesn't it? Having that screen like that. Oh, another space signal detected. Okay, that's the trade frequency. This is quite nice. You get little encounters. Don't know what that does. Okay, so maybe he's got some. No. Well, that was worth a try. Sorry, dude. Right, so is there another freighter here? That's my freighter, isn't it? It's quite hard to read this HUD sometimes. They warp in regularly, usually a few seconds after you come out of pulse. Okay, so let's go back to my freighter and see if we can. I like it when the stream turns into space ball. We've gone to Plaid. He was trying to sell me crap. Okay, no, I don't need that. Okay, so here's the anomaly. Come on, let's have some. That's my freighter there, but there are no other ships here. As far as oh, hang on a minute. Is there? There's two icons. Fleet command room. No, that's my camera. Okay, so there's two icons representing my ships. That's not helpful. That's the anomaly. There are no other ships about. So either I need to go and craft some antimatter and make a jump, which will take me a little bit of time. Local distress signal issued. Okay. By who? Okay. Starship. What's that doing? Attacking my freighter? Wait. Not having any of that. What is that? So there isn't much to them. Okay, there's another one there. Looks like they're being chased off by somebody else. Oh, can't hear me. Boom, boom. Okay, well that was easy. Okay, there's some over by Raxler. Let's go to Raxler. Is that Raxler? Yeah, okay, brilliant. Oh no, hang on. Oh, there's some cargo. Do you just fly into that to pick it up? Ooh. Okay, that was nice. Picked up some stuff. Okay, I hadn't even thought about that. That's very like the original Elite as well. You shoot some stuff down. Okay, so there's. Let's go to Nim Duskrin. So he's got his own starship. Excellent. Okay, let's go to Raxler then. Sorry, there we are. Switch that on. Fly Civ, I don't know if there's any options to do with the inertia of the way the ship flies in the game. Actually, that's a good thing. I might have a quick look at that, because it's very, the thing that's, I mean, I know it's mouse controlled, but it's very, you know, it's kind of lots of inertia in the ship. And it'd be nicer if it was a bit more accurate, but I don't know if that's just the way it's set up in No Man's Sky. Let's just have a quick look out of interest. Are there any options in that? Control options. Mouse smoothing, look sensitivity, flight sensitivity, vibration strength. Flight control tethered normal, locked normal. I don't know what those mean. So I might have a play of those offline. Okay, so where are we? Are there any ships here? I can see some, I think, there in the distance by Nim Duskrin's starship. Let's go over there. Where there's some? Yay, look, there's a whole bunch of ships. Okay, we found some ships. Yay! Yeah, let's get to Raxler. Okay, so there's a bunch of ships here. So these are all okay, recruitable frigate. There we go. Okay, so presumably I can have a look around, see if I see a frigate that I fancy. Does it tell me? So how do I? Okay, so recruitable frigates are ships I can. There's loads of them, aren't there? Let's have a look at this one. Incoming message on a fleet frequency. Okay. I like the way how it does that. Fleet frequency. I mean, you're not doing anything different, but it kind of auto-tunes. Expect my vessel. Gasp at its mighty hull and well-trained crew. Let's have a look at the frigate there. So what we got here? Great glory to your fleet. Okay, so this is a support specialist. So I don't know what I'm looking at here. Crew mood is energetic, however. No escape pods. Okay, so that's a supply vessel. All right, so let's have a look at some of the others. Okay, so there we go again. Are you seeking glory for your fleet? Let's have a look at this one. Crew to your stations. Okay, so this is a support ship as well. So what is a support? Notes pleasing wall art. Okay, I've already got a combat one. Okay, so you need to get one of each type. Okay, this is Class C. Expeditions 2. So I'm not sure what I'm trying to compare stats-wise. So combat. What do support vessels do then? Are they so negative attributes? So it seemed to be that the other one was. I've already got a combat one. Trade, industrial exploration. Okay, trade, industrial exploration, support. I quite fancy having a support ship. An exploration ship. Okay, so that's the one. I think I was looking at just there. Or is it that one over there? I'm not sure. It's difficult to tell. Oh, that one looks quite funky. So I'll buy spaceships totally on looks. Okay, a sport ship reduces fuel. You can have up to 30. Okay, inspect this frigate. What does this one do? Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is a trade specialist. Okay, so this sounds quite good. Okay, crew mood is unflappable. Notes valuable as scrap. Well, it looks like quite a nice ship. Okay, but you don't... Oh, okay, these are the stats. Okay, so I don't want -1. Okay. -6 faulty torpedoes. So that doesn't sound like a great ship, that one. Okay, so avoid ships with negative attributes. All right, so let's do exactly that. Okay. Presumably you have to learn this mostly then. I'm glad I've got you guys kind of helping me out, which is kind of a bit cheating, I know, but there's so many... I mean, obviously you'll have fun finding out. There's so many things to kind of like evaluate, aren't there? In terms of what you do. Ooh, slow down. Ooh, that one's sort of stuck in a ship. That's a bit weird. What are they doing there? Inspect this one. Okay, what have we got here? Great Glory. Okay, so this one's just a trade. It's a merchant vessel. Okay. And it has +15 on trading, and that's kind of what it does. The crew mood is bubbly, and it's got a large galley. That sounds like a good place. Okay, the red ones are bad, so blue are okay. So it's a trade specialist, combat exploration, trade. Well, it seems to be good at trade, so let's get one of them. Okay, I might buy that other one. Okay, let's buy that. Okay. Captain, new title. I'm captain. Captain, let's see if I do like that. Okay, so. Okay, that's another one. That's a trade specialist. Okay, so that's the other one that we looked at. That's not. Now, okay, let's go back and find the support vessel then. Where was that? There's one. Over there somewhere. There it is. Is that the original one we were looking at? Great Glory. Okay, so that's a supply vessel with outdated maps. I'm not sure if that's the original one or not. Let's try and find the first one. -50, stuck in asteroid, yeah. That was a bit worried, wasn't it? Hopefully they'll be able to get the ship out of there. Okay, so where's the other one? There he is over there. Let's go and have a look at that one. Okay, Starship Communicator. This one's much more polite. I like that. Okay, so this is a support ship with no negative attributes other than that blue one there. So that, and it's a bit more expensive, but the crew mood is grateful, and there's pleasing wall art. I think that's a good thing. That's the first one you looked at. Okay, so SV10. This one seems to be a better deal to me. I don't know. I'm not sure. The previous one. Okay, so maybe I'll go for this one. And I can send it on support. I don't know. This is buy. It says, okay, let's buy that. Right, there we go. Right. Okay, so what do I do now? Do I go back to my... Presumably I'll go back to my freighter, which is... Where? Over there, isn't it? Back up my planet. So let's go back over there and see what that gives me as things to do. Oh, the FE dust, yes. I need to get that as well. That's actually, yeah, that's a good point. Down to the surface, get some FE dust so I can build a thingamajig. Let's do that as well. Very well reminded, Commander O'Connor. Yeah, I need to be able to build a portal. I need to go to the freighter anyway, so let's go to the Pleasing wall art has edible. Yes, it does feel a bit edible poetry, doesn't it? Right, let's go back to the Eurydice planet, which is a jolly nice place to be. Yep, well reminded me, Commander O'Connor. Let's get back to. We need to pick up some dust. Ferrite dust, isn't it? Which I haven't got enough of. Because I magnetised some of it. I was building something else, I can't remember what it was. I don't suppose it really matters, but there we go. Right, okay, so the that other expedition is still in progress. So at least they're still alive. I'll need another command room. It's like I need a PA to keep me on track. You're not wrong. Right, let's just land on some random part of my planet I haven't been to before. The only thing that is wrong with my Eurydice planet is it doesn't have any lakes. Is it possible to make your own lakes? That would be a cool thing to be able to do. Add some water. Pulse engine disengage. Here we go. Right, down to the surface, because that's the only thing wrong with this planet. It doesn't have any water. NMS is built around the idea. So it's a perfect game for me because it's just distracting me all the time. Okay, right, here we go. Right, let's have a look. We won't need to go far to find stuff to shoot to make ferrite dust because it's everywhere. These things here. I need to get this advanced mining laser actually because that will speed a few things up. But this stuff is okay because I can zap this ferrite dust. I think I need about 200 units, so. Oh, and a geode. What does a geode do? No idea. Anyway, there we go. Whatever these things are, always give me ferrite dust. So, and there's plenty of those about. So, once I've got 200 units of ferrite dust, not ferrite, ferrite. Ferrite dust would be wrong. Is my planet a moon? I don't think it's a moon. It's a small. It looks like a small planet though. Oh, I can shoot the rocks with a ship gun. I haven't even tried that. So how much have I got now? Ferrite dust 160. Okay, not quite there. There's another one over there. One right behind the ship. Oh, the convenient. There we go. That's no moon. Scan for units. Oh yeah, keep it getting to scan. Oh, now my inventory's full. Why's my inventory full? I've got 203 there. That is enough. Because I can now, actually, what I should be able to do is I should be able to craft. Although I've now got too much stuff. Well, the tritium can go to the ship. There we go. Let's craft. Yeah. No. And then we can make 4 of them, can't we? That should be good. And we can just discard that because we don't really need it. Right, that should make everything that I need to make the teleport on the. Okay. Oh, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Should scan everything, shouldn't I? Scanning. There we go. Why not scan? I haven't done half the scanning on my own planet, is it not? Yep, there we go. Units received. Oh, you can scan everything. It's good, isn't it? There we go. I've scanned a few more things. Right, let's get back to the freighter, where I should be able to build the teleport, which at least allow me to move around, and we can then see if we can summon the other frigates to the freighter.
Is that right?
I think so. Engaging pulse engine, there we go. Boom, there we go. Right, here we are. Oh look, so my freighters are hanging around by, my frigates are hanging around by my freighter. That's good. Can I build a moisture evaporator? That would be a good thing, wouldn't it? That would be very, very Star Wars. There we go. Auto landing. Okay. Move the tech from your exosuit to your ship. Okay. Oh, all this stuff. How? But if I move that off my exo thing, does that not stop it working? Oh, I can land on the frigates too. Okay, I'll need to do that at some point. Oh, I need to have a look. In that case, I'll need to have a look around a frigate. I haven't done that. Okay, let's go up to the command room because I want to build a teleporter anyway. Whee, up we go. Which is up here, around the corner. So I'm getting the hang of my own layout of my own ship now. Down here, and I want to build a. Can I build? Actually, think about it. Can I build a teleporter? It would be jolly handy having it close to the bridge. I think. Can I build? Can I make a room maybe here? Maybe can I just make an empty room and put the teleporter in there? I just kind of want a small room. Kind of doesn't fit there, does it? I can put a corridor in. Oh, that's a bit weird. I kind of large freighter room, large freighter room, freighter room. I can't put it kind of there. Okay, so where can I build the? I can put it anywhere. All right. So I could sort of just stick it here. It's not really very aesthetic though. I kind of hope to have a small room with a teleporter in. Like herding cats trying to get. I know. So this is sort of dead space down the end here. Let's put it down the end here for the moment because I can always move it later on, can't I? There we go. Right. So I've got a teleporter. Right. So that's good. Now we can go back to the base whenever we want to. Cool. That's a good thing. Right. So yeah, the interiors are fabulous. Right. So I've got a portal there, which also is self-powering, presumably from the ship. Okay. So now I can go to this guy. And how are we doing for time? I've got 20 minutes left. All of our fleet. Oh, hang on. So fleet command rooms are busy. We can't possibly dispatch expeditions. Okay, so do I need a fleet command room for each ship? Is that how that works? Okay, so what, a fleet command room per freighter, per frigate? So it makes sense to have another fleet command room here then. Guessing. Okay. So presumably now that's still got that one's commanding that one. Let's go back and see what else we can do. Okay. So presumably he's okay. Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's a balanced expedition of a 1 star there, blank grand navigation. Have we got a ship that can do that? So they're not really exploration vessels though, are they? We've got a merchant vessel and a supply vessel. That one's better. What does balanced mean? Okay, 5 ships per room. Each mission you send, one for each expedition. Okay, right, that makes sense. So what's a balanced mission? Does that mean there's a bit of everything in it? That's kind of what I would assume. That one doesn't look too difficult, but I'm not going to know what the output is straight away. So it doesn't focus balanced. So if I send my merchant vessel on that, it's only a 1 star ship. It's got no combat capability at all. Balance means everything. Yeah. Okay. So well, we've got combat. So it's a mix of ships. Can I send more than 1 ship You don't have a combat ship, it's busy, yeah. So I've got a trade ship and a support ship, which for some reason the support ship has some guns on it. So if I sent them on a trade expedition, but that's a 2-star mission. Oh, so you can send both. Okay, so let's send them both on that one then. Okay, so you can send more than one ship. Okay. Is that done? Okay. Okay, so make sure the star rating of the ship is... Okay, so I've done that. Oh, I see, that adds up the totals. Gotcha. Okay. Launch expedition. Cool. Okay, so they're off. I just saw them disappear. Okay, so they're off doing that. So okay, let's put expedition. So presumably if I go to my other fleet command room now, I see 2 ships. Aha, yes. That's quite cool actually, isn't it? Now I feel like you need fuel for the ship mission. So they didn't complain that they didn't have any fuel. Okay, so they seem to be doing their thing. You need fuel for the ship mission, never mind. Okay, maybe you don't need fuel. That's quite cool though. Anyway, right, okay, so they're off doing the mission. How are these guys who were sent off on a dangerous mission outmatched? How's he doing? Let's speak with the commander. How goes it? 800 light years. All systems are nominal, so he seems to have been doing okay, maybe? God, I hope he's alright. Okay. Right, okay, so I've now got a fleet of 3 ships going off and doing stuff, which is quite cool. I've got a portal. I've got loads of space. So can I delete these walls? No, so I kind of put space in, don't I? Rather than the other way around. Okay, so I can, right, so basically I can fill out this space. Okay, so I see how it works. So it's not quite the way around I thought it was. So this stuff here is, yeah, I kind of get how it works. Let's delete these ones. Okay, so that sort of saves me back. All right, I think I understand how it works. Okay, so Jonathan here, it's amazing how everyone's playthroughs can be so wildly different. For instance, I'm further along in the main missions, but I've not seen high nor hero frigate. Yeah, so I hope you're okay with heights if you have to repair your frigates. Okay, that'll be interesting to see what all that's about. So I can do all. I'm going to have to play around. That's complicated stuff, isn't it? What other tech can I build here that might be useful? Portable refineries, construction research unit, storage and farming. So not a great deal yet because I haven't unlocked the blueprints. Okay. And you can't delete around the stairs that you came up in. Okay, that sort of makes sense, otherwise you'd get stuck. Okay, so it makes sense to me to have had 2 command rooms there. That'll do for now, I think. So I do want to come back. So presuming now that I've got a teleport, I can teleport back to my base and then teleport back up to my ship. That would kind of make sense. I do need to unlock. Is there a? Tell me there really is a bar in a club room. Tell me there is, because then I can have a bar in space. Right, so let's go back to Unity base. How am I finding it so? I'm just overwhelmed because there's. How am I finding it so far? It's fabulous because there's so much to do. And the game is also chucking fun stuff at me quite rapidly. I mean, I've already got a base, a spaceship, a car, and a freighter, and now I've got 3 frigates as well. There's so many things to learn, but it's actually giving me stuff quicker than I'm kind of going through it. It really is such a refreshing change to have the game being kind of generous. It's really nice. So yeah, it's absolutely fabulous. I'm really having a good time. Now, how are my batteries doing? This is a good question. Are they going to... So now it's telling me to expand the base and do other stuff. Okay, so it's got 8... Okay, now that's... So it's at 7%. Let's find out how much of the night is available, because that possibly means I've got the amount... Oh, there's one of those. I hate those plants. Poisonous plant grows there. Well, actually, that's more like a massive Venus flytrap, isn't it? Up the top of the hill, here are my quite amazing looking solar panels. So how long is it until dark hours remaining? 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Okay, so I think I've got enough battery power to run my base, which is nice, at least for the moment, until I start adding new stuff to it. Okay, so not quite. So what's happened to my car? Who parked that? Right, let's just summon that back. That just looks untidy. There we go. Can't be having that. There's my freighter. So I can now teleport forward and back to my freighter, which is quite nice. I know 1.5 years into ED. I mean, to be honest, as a casual player in Elite Dangerous. Oh, hang on, I've got a plant growing through my. Oops. I've got a plant growing through my. That's going to be underneath. That's the only problem with building on somewhere where there it is. Like it's growing through from underneath. Zap that. Get a bit of carbon into the volume. That's the only thing that is, I suppose, a tiny bit glitchy, is that things grow through things, but you can't have everything. There we go. Oh, actually, it's still there. Let's get rid of that one. Yeah. So yeah, no. So a fleet carrier in Elite Dangerous is just, for me, is just an unobtainable target. I will never get there. I haven't got enough time. I do not believe you can teleport to a freighter, only from it. I need to keep cutting trees down, which I think is quite ironic. But I actually have to do gardening in my computer game. Where's the shack? The shack has been demolished. So no, the shack has gone. I have demolished the shack in favour of my slightly sci-fi base. When you own a house, you never run out of. That's a very good point. So now I've got this funky base instead of a shack, which has a greenhouse, I understand, on the top. So where do I get some plants to put in my greenhouse? I don't mind doing that either. Getting distracted again. So look, where? So are these? So it's got sort of water running around it. Okay, so are there farming? Oh, okay. So construction of a farming, a research station for specialist term construction. Oh, that's a construction terminal, not farming. So what's at the moment? All I've got is a flora containment unit. So I don't know what use that is. Okay, let's go back down. Follow the story, you'll get plants. Okay, enough. I haven't been following the story much, so I've been mucking about with the freighter tonight. So what was I doing? In order to get to follow the story, I need to get some antimatter, don't I? I should really focus on that. But I'm almost out of time, so that's probably going to have to be next week to carry on with the story. Well, I'm curious just to see, will my batteries last until daylight? Let's find out. It looks like it's almost daylight. So have I got enough battery power? How are they doing? How are my batteries? Okay, it's down to 40%, but I think the sun is just about to come up, so I think I've got that okay. Let's just see, can I teleport back to, because my teleport's here, can I go back to the freighter? Your bases, space stations, other bases. Ah, it seems not. That's a bit weird. Okay, so no, you can't. That's a little bit of a shame. So that's a one-way portal. Okay. Hatch the egg. Yeah, so got the egg to do as well. Somebody gave me an egg, I think a couple of weeks ago now. There's a flying rock. I think I need that up there. Go away. Let's make that look neat. There we go, look, the sun's coming up. So my batteries did last, which is good. Okay, I'm not sure why my wires have stopped cloaking themselves. It's my cloaking thing stopped working. It still says it's on. Okay, so yeah, the freighter is there. Literally, it's kind of hanging in space over there, so it's pretty easy to get to. Okay, so all right. So what I need to do for next week, we need to follow the story a bit more, I think. So I've got to. Where's the log? We've got to follow this Apollo thing. That meant I had to do a warp jump. I'll break it and install it again to hide the wires. Okay, so that's a bug, is it? I made sure my FC had enough credits on the cover for upkeep for 5 years, so I haven't got that cutter. I scrimped and saved and got a cutter in Elite Dangerous. That's as much grind as I was prepared to do, and that took me absolutely ages, and it was painful. So I'm not doing that again. It's just too long for me as a casual player. I mean, this is speaking as somebody who did get to Elite on the original game. So yeah. Now I am curious. One thing we should do before we quit today is go and have a look at how our freighter did. Not freighter. One of our frigates was sent off on a mission. So I need to go and check that out. Send your frigates out each day and they eventually become S-class. Okay, so let's go back up and see if the other frigate's back. Okay, base computer archive secondary mission is the one you need for baseport. So there's so many things to do. The base, the ship, the car needs upgrading. Apparently I can make the car faster and stuff as well. So yeah, that's obviously got to be done. My freighter is actually virtually in the atmosphere, isn't it? Like there's still clouds up here. So it's parked in a very, very, very low orbit. Not that I really mind because it's obviously convenient, but. And it was, again, another nice thing about this, and I know it's not very realistic, but you can get to places really quick. I can jump between the freighter, the ground port, other planets and stuff, and in just a few minutes of game time, which is, it's so refreshing. You can just get on with the business of having some fun without just sitting there for 20 minutes in Super Cruise. And I like realism, but I like gameplay more, which actually is a change for me. Actually, I think I've got over the years. I just got fatigued with wasting time and not being able to achieve very much. So let's go back and see how's it doing. Is it still there? Is it still alive? Fleet Command is online. Okay, so this is the one I sent out right at the beginning. Well, halfway through the thing. So is it back? They're still alive, which is good. Our plotted route will take a further 10 minutes. Okay, so I've got to hang on for another 10 minutes. Can I inspect the ships? How's the ship doing? Okay, so it doesn't tell me it's damaged there, but I've got 10 minutes to hang around. Okay, so let's keep ourselves occupied for 10 minutes. Those ones are going to be ages. This is one thing I was a bit surprised about here, is that in order to customise the appearance, all the colours are locked. I was like, huh? And apparently you have to purchase upgrades, which isn't out of game stuff, but it's, if I want a colour I have to have, it's 5,000 nanites, which seems like a lot, because in 17 hours of playing I've only assembled 1,400 nanites, so to unlock a single colour for the freighter does seem a bit expensive. Oh, I can go to the system map and you can see where it is and fly there and land on it. Okay, but the problem is I haven't got the hyperdrive charged, so I don't think that will work. But 5,000 nanites does seem to be a lot, doesn't it? In my humble opinion. It is supposed to be fun. Well, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's supposed to be fun, as Stumpy73. You're quite right. This game is a lot more fun. And I do, love Elite Dangerous. I've had a lot of fun in it, but this game is so much more entertaining, and there's so much more that you can get out of it in a short play session. I think that's the key thing. All this stuff here, somebody's left lying about on my freighter. Atlas Pass V1 required. I don't even know what that is. Any of these open? No. Just some junk that's been left in the middle of my my ship for some reason. Don't know what that's all about. Okay. You can always sell unwanted upgrades. Now that's get a lot easier towards the end game. Okay, so I have extracted a few, but they seem to be in relatively short supply. Just a general observation. Some screens up there doing some things. Okay, so presumably this guy is now basically, he hasn't got anything to do because all of our things, yeah, so nothing can be done because we've got 3 frigates. That's also telling me I've run out of space again, isn't it? So let's move that into the freighter because I don't think I need them at the moment. Freighter doesn't have as much capacity as you'd kind of expect it to, though. Considering how big it is. I think the true path to nanite riches is in cookery. Residual goop can also be refined. You'll need the ammo against sentinels. I haven't really encountered these sentinels. I think I encountered a couple once on one of the streams. I don't remember them very well. They were kind of floating drone things that attacked me, and I think I ran away. I don't think I've even got a gun. Actually, I've got no idea why I've got so many nanotubes. I don't think I've even got a gun. Thinking about it, the multi-tool has mining beam and a scanner. It's got 2 slots, so actually I can install some. What does this do? So I've got a bolt caster, a personal force field, and there's the advanced mining laser. I need a hermetic seal and a couple of wiring looms. So a bolt caster seems like. I'm a miner, not a fighter. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. So generalist weapon. So presumably that would be quite a useful thing to have. So I think I'll do that. There you go. I told you I needed some nanotubes for something. Right. So that's a bolt caster. So that's presumably is a gun. So is that on the G? Okay. So I can't change it when I'm on this space station. Okay. You need a bolt caster for protection. Okay, so that makes sense. And I can also, by the look of it here, have either an advanced mining laser, or I can have a personal shield. And the user advisor multi-tool. I think an advanced mining laser would be better. So hermetic seal and a couple of wiring looms. I wonder if I can get those from the space station. Probably if I go to the space station, I've got to fly back. I'm just going to hang around here for a moment. Not sure you can draw weapons. No, that makes sense. Okay, so how are we doing? I think that was 5 minutes now. I need to rename the other. Actually, I need to rename those other freighters. I'll take a further 4 minutes. Okay, so I've got 4 minutes to think up names for the other ships. So come on, let's have a look at these ships. Can I rename them here? Possibly not, actually. I don't think I can rename the ships. Can I? Oh no, I can inspect the ships. Okay, so can we rename them? Yeah, we can. Right, I need well, but let's I think that one has to be. Let's call that one the Kobayashi Maru, shall we? Kobayashi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Maru. I think it's Maru as opposed to Maru, which is of course a different story. I think it's the Maru. There we go. Anybody knows their Star Trek will get that one straight away. And that one, I like to name all my ships. Let's call that one, I don't know, let's call that one let's call it the Liberator, because Lake 7, there we go. Come! Yeah, Huey, Derek and Louis. Advanced lasers would probably be better, but shopping for a better multiple is probably a good idea. Okay, so I need to so I can actually this is the thing, everything that you can change over time. I would really like a trade terminal here. That would be a jolly thing, because it stop me having to go to the space station all the time. But anyway, we can't have everything. Way to jinx them. Name the other one. Yes, I should have called it the Mobilus. When we get the next frigate, I'll call it the Mobilus. Then I won't work to lose it. So yeah, so we've got Blake 7, Star Trek, and Homeworld so far. So yes, that's not a bad mix, is it? So the teleport only works in one direction from here, which is a bit weird. I'm still curious about these rooms. So presumably there's more blueprints. So what we got? We got large freighter room, curved corridor. Okay, so I can make sort of circular. There's not really much I can do here other than make space right now, which is okay. So I don't really want to do that at the moment because I'm not quite sure what I want to need. I can put some lights in. It's a bit dark in there. Can you put them up here? Oh, you can. Excellent. I just fancy the light because it's a bit dark on the bridge. There we go. Not that these lights really give off a great deal of light anyway. But then why do you need sodium to make a light? There we are. There we go. A couple of lights. Because it's a bit silly really, but there we go. This part of the ship is quite well lit. Okay, so how are we doing? Does it... It says arrive in 45 minutes. Why is it saying arrive in 45 minutes? It was 10 minutes ago. Garden lamps on the bridge of a freighter. Yeah, I know. I need some plants. Nostromo, yes, I should need that. I need the other one for that. Blake 7, a red dwarf. Yeah, we need to have names for all the sci-fi ship. What's happened to my ship? Greetings. It says 1 minute and 3 seconds. Okay, so is that another bug there that it's giving me the wrong time? Save beacon. Oh, that's save beacon. That just happens to be in that direction. No, I think I might remove the garden lamps. Yeah, that's kind of a bit pointless, isn't it? Look, you can. What's nice is you can switch them on and off. It's just, I love the fact that you can interact with things. So let's zap those because that is a bit silly, isn't it? Yeah, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean that you should. Right, so this ship should be due back. It's definitely alive. So yeah, now the reason it came up 45 minutes is because just there is a save beacon, which has got nothing to do with this room at all. It just happened to be where I was pointing at it. So has the Sajet returned yet? Come on. He's probably getting fed up with me pestering him, isn't it? Right, it's back. So what does it do now? Right, it's returned. It's gone green. Debrief commander. Okay, so distance covered 1,000 light years. No hostile activity detected. System level contact. Intervene with maximum force. De-escalation successful. Reward units 333. Okay. Nothing to report. Returned home to the fleet. So it had one battle and they were successful, I'm guessing. Units credit. Oh, so units received. Nice. So it earned me 33,000 thingies. And then, for some reason, the hallway got kind of gold plated. Okay, so does that mean... Let me just pop outside then, because I want to have a look at this freighter. No, the frigate. Need to get it right. If I was the commander, I'd get a bit irate with all the drink. I think you're right, yeah. It was all kind of a bit micromanagement there, wasn't it? Exactly the sort of thing I hate, actually. If someone's managing me, leave me alone to get on with my job. Let's go and have a look at the frigate. Which isn't a lot if you count full. Okay, so one small frigate fixed a system-wide war. You say, well, they're good guys. Where is my frigate? Is it back here? Is it out here somewhere? I can't see it. It's just my... Has it not returned? Doesn't seem to be here. Maybe I need to summon it back or something. Let's dock again. Thankfully there's no rubbish. No, I say that's another thing. There's no pizza boxes lying around on my ship. It should be around somewhere. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Let's go and have a quick look at the bridge. Oops. Up again, thanks we go. Presumably I can... I'm not going to send it off again, just... Well, maybe I will, but... so we've got a ship ready to go. Yeah. Oh, there it is, there. Maybe it was directly above me and I didn't spot it. Let's go and have a quick look. I do want to actually have a quick look. And that'll be it for today, but... you can earn millions with high-grade missions. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. So it didn't earn me much, but it was a start, wasn't it? So if that view was correct, the frigate should be directly above me. There it is. See? So, I can land on the frigate. Kind of not in it, but on it. That's very cool. I like that. That's nice. And can you craft empty Coke cans to scatter around if you miss them? Welcome, captains. Our weapon systems are armed. Our fighters ready to scramble. We're at your command. Salute. Okay, so I can't actually get off. It just allows you to dock. Okay, well that's quite nice. Oh, I can get off. Oh, I'm in space. Look. What happens if I jump off the edge? Do I die a horrible death? I don't really want to do that, but it looks like I could. So I call the starship. Navigation data required. Okay, so I can actually go inside. Okay, so what's on one of these? I'm outside here. This is quite cool. Walk around the outside of the ship. Okay, there's not a great deal here, but that's quite neat. Does that do anything? No. There's the anomaly hanging there in space. So it's got multiple landing pads as well. That's kind of all it's got out here. Okay. It's pretty cool though. Yeah, be careful not to fall off. Okay, I won't. I was tempted to jump off the edge. Oh, it's got a little viewing gallery. Okay, so is there anything inside? He spent some time modelling the ideas. Look, it's got multiple levels, and I get lost again here. Look, there's places to go. You can kind of walk through the bowels. I don't think it really goes anywhere, does it? Is that... No, it sort of just allows you to wander around and enjoy the inside, doesn't it? Oh, there are some rooms. That's very cool. Don't fall off the edge. There's a doorway. Oh wow, look. This is the engine room or something? They spent a lot of time playing around with the insides of these things. Quite interact with that though. Okay, so there's another section there. This is the... Oh, sorry. Ah, it seems to be... Oh, is that a force field thing? I can't go in there. Looks like it's a sealed off area. I can't go that way. Pretty clever though. Let's have a look in the other direction. Okay, so there are station repairs. Ah, I see. Okay, so when these ships get damaged, I can wander along here and repair. Sort of, not quite EVA, but okay. I see. Very neat. So much interior space in these things. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so I can repair that if it gets busted. I see. Yeah. I don't know, is that the engine? It's kind of at the back of the ship, so I suppose it is. Yep. Okay, so you can kind of wander through the ship making repairs to stuff. Okay, interesting. Quite like that. Like I said, I see what you mean by it might get tedious, but it's still pretty cool. Quite easy to get lost in these places. There we go, right, where's... Oh, there's my ship. I came out of there. Okay. Wowzers, right. You can do all that in ED. I know. No, you can't. So that's kind of EVA type stuff, isn't it? So don't jump over the edge. I'm so it's so tempting just to jump over there. It really is. But I won't. When you have a lot of frigates to repair work, it's worse. So yeah, so that's the exhaust plume, wasn't it? So we were at the back of the ship. So the actual ships are quite realistic spaces. So that is quite clever. I'm presuming I can I jump and so I can actually kind of walk around on the... Oh, I've kind of jumped inside something there. I have to be very careful not to fall through. You can kind of walk around on the outside. Well, okay, it clips through a bit. Not very good there. You can sort of climb around on the outside of the ship. I don't think I probably should do that because I might clip through and fall. No, my luck, I'll clip through and fall the ship. Cool. All right. Well, that's what could possibly go wrong. A nice way to end the stream. So sort of parked up there. So I'll send this frigate off on another mission. I like that. Very cool. Brilliant. All right. Well, thank you very much, my friends. Thank you for the advice. I feel like I've done just huge amounts of stuff, and I haven't even got any further with any missions. I've just sort of asked about with the frigates, those frigates, and the freighters and stuff. But yeah, so much to do. So much to do. It's very, very cool. So I have had an amazing time with that. And there I am, standing on a ship, looking down at my planet. There's my base. I don't know where my base is. Look, there's rings in the sky. There's my spaceship parked on it. It's all mine as well. This is a nice thing. It's nice. This is my stuff. This is my ship, my planet. My base is down there somewhere. It's all mine. It's really, really good. Power hasn't gone to my head at all. Anyway, thank you very much, my friends. Take care of yourselves. I will see you. Actually, I'll see you on Saturday. I'm going to start a playthrough of Wing Commander. Wing Commander is what we're going to be doing from Saturday onwards, so that's going to be good fun. Wing Commander right from the beginning, and maybe by the time we get to the end of Wing Commander, maybe Star Citizen will be ready. Who knows? As I have actually got a cat. It's not in here with me. So I need a cat, didn't I? That's what I need. Right, so I'll see you on Saturday 1 PM if you want to see that. Mondays, of course, is my normal sci-fi waffle stream, and then back here for more No Man's Sky next Thursday. And I promise we'll try and get on a bit more with the missions next week, rather than just sort of asking about buying things and making bases. So good stuff. Right, carry on, my friends. Farewell, fellow interlopers. I will see you anon. It's been a pleasure. Take care of yourself. Have a fantastic week ahead. Have a fantastic weekend if I don't see you on Saturday. And I'll see you next week. Be good and farewell. See you soon. Bye now.